Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe from Elements for Life. I've got a very cool session for you today. It's going to be a stretch orientated one. And all you need is a towel and a couch. For what I've got here, this is going to be my couch. So it's all these things that you should have at home. So we're going to aim towards, about 30 seconds per stretch. For those at home, I do encourage if you want to go for longer, probably a minute each side will do, or even more, depending on basically how sore you are, or if you want to just really dive into the deep tissue long holds. So let's get stuck into it. Some skills might not have a towel, like our very first one is just going to be a very nice tilt of the neck, beautiful stretch. So let's just hold here for 30 seconds. Okay, you can always apply more pressure or less pressure. So really good. Try and keep the shoulder down and just focus on your breathing. In and out. Good. So it's nice and slow between movements. The neck can be quite a sensitive section of the body, and it can be the one that holds quite a lot of tension and stress, especially if we are sitting quite a lot, doing some, at home work on the computer. So we really need to think about how we can undo a lot of the tension through there. You can always grab underneath the chair and do this particular stretch. You can always just keep going further down a little bit. Very gentle though. Even side tilt can work quite well. So putting motion into the neck, side to side, because we don't want to have our neck seize up or get stiff. So we won't be able to do our daily functional routines, like look behind us while we're parking the car. So things like that. Next up is going to be quite a nice one. It's just going to be, you can use a towel behind you if you want. We're just going to do a twist. So putting some motion into our spine. So we're going to do, let's go for 20, very controlled. Twisting, you can pivot the back leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome. So then we're going to actually start to use the towel now. Let's hold behind. We're going to drop the shoulders down, and I want you to push the chest out. And so you can feel a lovely stretch happening in the shoulders and the chest. So we're just going to hold that there. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And out. I hope that I'm not giving off a lot of breathing noise to the microphone. We'll see how that goes after recording. Just holding down, pushing down. And out. Last one. And out. Good. So let's get onto the tricep section next. So we're going to go behind the shoulder, grab behind, can be a bit of a tricky one. So you're going to pull down, and then we're going to generate a lovely stretch happening onto my side here on the left. I'm just going to keep hold, pulling down with my right arm, keeping that nice and close to the head. If you have to readjust to make it more with tension. And that's what it's all about. Sometimes just about hunting for different areas of the body or different angles. There we go. I'm feeling a bit of more of a stretch now, a bit more tension. Good. So let's go to the other side. I'm just going to adjust it, grab hold, pull down, and keep it right behind the head. I'm going to get the tricep really stretched out, lengthened out, and just holding that position there. If the towel is becoming a little bit of a different sort of distraction and the muscle stretch isn't actually happening as much, you can always revert to the very classic version of the tricep stretch. So not a problem. Okay. So we got to do whatever works better for you. So let's move on now to the hamstring ballistic stretch. So what we're going to do is wrap or stand on top of the towel. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bend the knees, and then we're going to let's go for 30 in total. So bend, extend. So slow, so that's 2. 3, 4. So we're holding the small duration of the stretch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. At any point, if you need to, you can always pop out, shake the legs out. 19, 20, 10. A little bit lower towards the ground. We'll grab lower towards the towel. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28. Last one. 30. Whew. Shake the legs out. So quite a good aggressive stretch towards the hamstrings and calf. So now we're going to go towards the couch stretch. So this is one where you've got your couch at home. I do recommend if you have a yoga mat or just a general mat, place that down for your knee. So set up. We're going to place our knee onto the floor, our foot onto the couch. Keep our chest up nice and high. You can also wrap the towel around the foot. If you want an extra stretch, you can pull on the towel to get a more aggressive stretch towards the quad. Let's just hang out here. I'll try and see if I can put it on for the other side. Extra stretch, you go into a ballerina pose, or hand above head, or airplane pose. Anything that will make the stretch a little bit more aggressive. Just take it slow. So hitting the quad, hitting the hip flexor, tying it up into the abdominals. Very good. So let's have a look now if I can get this on. Oh, it's a bit tricky. My couch is very tall. Don't want that. There we go. Took a bit of work, but I got there. So now I'm just using both hands, and that is a lot more aggressive. Very, very effective for the quad, especially if you know you do suffer from tight quads or just always DOMs there, right? So a little bit more recovery work possibly needed if you do have a lot of those beautiful feelings in the quad. Holding that there. Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. So next we have the glute stretch. So this is with our towel. So I'm gonna lie down on our mat. I'm gonna wrap the towel around the foot. We're gonna basically make the figure of 4 position. You can have the opposite leg on the floor, or you can make it have contact to the other leg and you can apply pressure. I'm going to have mine down, and I'm just going to use the towel to help draw the leg towards my chest. Okay, so I can maneuver around a bit. That's it. So I'm just being extra gentle. That's it. And slowly releasing. Swap sides. Okay. I'm going to do mine now just with the leg against, the opposite leg against my leg. And I'm just going to push against my knee just to change the angle ever slightly while still pulling the towel, getting a really good stretch towards the glute. So this is a really good one to do on the floor. You can always watch a bit of TV while doing this one. Very nice. Okay, now we're into a little bit more of a harder one, side split. All right. My legs are very sore from yesterday's workout, so please just bear with me. I'm going to wrap the towel around one of my feet, and I'm going to come down, grab hold, and I'm just going to make sure it's going to bring my chest towards that side. Just going to nice stretch that way. Just come in and out. If you find that's a bit better. Let's change sides. So here we go. I'm going to hold it there for a little bit, and then I'm going to go with a in and out motion. But you can continuously hold if you wish. What's good about it is I'm actually getting a bit of a back stretch towards the lat as well, which is kind of like a little bonus. Bit of hamstring, a duck, and inside thighs, and a little bit in the back. Very good. So now let's just shake the legs out a little bit. We're going to go into a butterfly. So what we're going to do is let's go with a flutter motion. We're flooding the wings. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And then I'm just going to do some commentary to help push down, hold. So you can follow me with that one. We're going to hold, push down with our elbows, and have a little break. Return to the flutter. Up, down, up, down, up, down. And push. And back to the flutter. And push again. And flutter, flutter, flutter. Last one, it's going to be the big push of the day. And drive it down towards the floor. Try and reduce that distance between the floor and the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just return the legs out, shake them out. Okay, we're going to use our towel again for a 3-way hamstring stretch. So let us wrap the towel around the foot, lie down. So right now I am working on bringing the leg in a straight line up towards the chest. I'm going to hold this here in this position, just focusing. You can even do a few toe points back and forth. That's another good way to just get the ankle and the calf engaged. So why I call this the 3-way is that there's 3 different areas I want you to point that leg. So this is the neutral, a very common position. Now I want you to grab with one hand the towel, and I want you to bring the leg out. And just find that sweet spot, holding it there. You can still do a few toe points if you wish, but this will feel quite aggressive towards the inner thigh and the, I guess, the more inner hamstring. That's it. And of course, if you've got a band at home, you know, that would be, again, really a good tool to have. But a towel works just as well. And I know everyone's got towels at home. So now let's go across across the other side. Now my couch is in the way, but that's okay. So we'll get a really good sort of lateral stretch, the outside area. To some, this might even feel more aggressive, and just go slow. Holding that there. Just focus on your breathing. Excellent. Whew. Now, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So returning back to neutral. You have one hand or both hands. I'm going to do my toe points back and forth, just slowly. Not too fast, too soon. Really feeling that extra stretch sensation when I move my foot into a point and into that flattening position. I'm actually going to just turn to the other side. Letting that leg go out. Nice and slow. Just helps keep the leg from going all the way down too fast, keeping it very nice, controlled. And good. Let's bring it slowly back to the middle. We're going to bring that across to the other side. And keep our back nice and flat on the ground and shoulders. Nice big stretch. This is why I like the three-way style. So you get to hit all components. Nothing really gets left out. Good, returning back. Excellent. So now let's just put the towel to the side. Let's do some very basic sort of yoga flow, cobra and child pose stretches. So let us have a little bit of a gap between our legs. Slide our hands down, try and get nice and flat towards the ground. Stretch out, reach as far as we can towards the way or towards the end of the mat. Good. We're going to flow or transition into our cobra. So deep breath in, looking up towards the ceiling. If this is quite an aggressive stretch, you can always go onto your elbows. You can twist a little bit, very gentle. That's optional. Okay, back down. Pushing up, back into our child's pose. We're going to do this another 2 more times. Into our child's pose, child's pose, cobra. Looking up into the ceiling, small twists if you can, and just holding that deep breath in. Get a really good stretch through the abdominals. Okay, last set. Sinking into the legs. Get it close to the floor. Transition into our last cobra. Here we go, deep breath in. Looking up. Keep that oxygen inhaled. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, so while we are here, this is where we might need to move our mat or just readjust. So this is, we're going to just finalize our hamstrings with an inchworm. So here we're going to go onto our hands and feet. And I just want you to creep the toes or the stepping just very gently towards our hands, and you just go as far as the hamstrings will allow you. And then you can walk forward with the hands, or you walk forward with going back into a plank pose. So that's one. We're going to do 4. So baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, very small baby steps, step, 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 step. Try and keep your hands on the floor. I'm trying. It's getting, they should be getting better each time. Out, Here we go. I'm going to try again. Keep my hands completely flat. It's a challenge. Give it a go. Give it a go. Oh, not easy, but with practice and consistency, you will get there. Last one. Ooh, and coming up, shaking the legs out. We're one more skill away from finishing. Back to our last towel. So this one's going to be with our foot wrapped around, a bit of a balancing act now. Quad stretch again. And we're going to just finish off there. 30 seconds each side. Coming back down. Just initiating it is the hard part. Balancing act. Ooh. Getting it around the foot. There you go. Ooh, steady. Pulling that close to the heel to the bum. Stretching the quad. And turning that down, giving the legs out, a bit of a shake. You can always now test your hamstring flexibility. So you just come down, see how you go. You feel like you've just made a bit of improvement on yourself, well done. And that's what it really is. It's just simple stretches every day. You know, we want to avoid holding our positions in a seated position or in our office. It could be whatever. Okay, so just keep the consistency going. Keep the stretching going. I hope that helps, guys. You can use that with a towel. Again, I did say you can use with the band. So I'm Coach Joe from E4L. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.